Hi, so I was recently asked how I plan now, as it's been a while since I've shown you any bullet journal videos or anything like that. I no longer plan on paper, I now plan purely digital. And as it's been a while, my setup has gone. I no longer have my digital setup, so I'm sorry that the quality is not as good. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. I plan on an iPad mini. It's not the most recent one, as of April 2025. It is the one before that. I can't remember what version that is. I plan using an Apple Pencil and GoodNotes. Okay, so I will just unlock it. This is my planner. I created this planner all by myself. It's purely personal. I may have taken inspiration from other creators, but I actually created the whole planner myself. I'm sorry about the view, but you're kind of on a tripod here and I can't get you any more straight above it, so yeah. Anyway, start off with a leather bound planner sitting on a desk here, 2025 on it. The first page is blank. This is my template page. This is the page that I copy if I want to add another page anywhere into my planner. It's just informed me my Apple Pencil is getting low, so I'm going to charge that while I take you through it. Now, this is my year at a glance. The boxes you see on these numbers, that is the day that our rubbish bins are emptied by the council. The lines that you see here in highlighter, those are school holidays, because I have a 10-year-old. That's pretty much it. Everything you see is linkable. Okay, so starting on, there's nothing linkable on this page. On this page, all of the tabs are linkable. Okay, they all take you somewhere. On this page, every single thing is linkable. So all of these tabs, and all of these tabs on the bottom, every single number is a link, and it will take you to that page if you tap it. Okay. 2026 is also linkable, and that takes you to monthly calendar pages with its own mini calendar for 2026. Okay. Now, this is my key. I colour code everything. Every single thing in my planner is colour coded. I start off by colour coding for each person in my family. So I'm purple, my eldest is orange, my second son is blue, my daughter is a lovely sort of lilac-y colour, my third son is a denim-y blue, and my fourth one is a sort of teal colour. My three grandchildren, Nathaniel, Victor and Elijah, all have their own colour. Mum is green. Pets is red, although I don't actually have any pets at the moment. Finances is in this bright sort of magenta. The house down the road is in this colour. My house is in this colour. And then my son-in-laws are grey and this sort of powder blue. So yeah, everything is colour coded. And then I colour code each day as well, but I'll show you that in a minute. This is my week at a glance. This is what my typical week will look like. So, and it's colour coded to make it easier for me to understand. So the bright green is my eldest grandson. The bright blue is my second grandson. The orange is my eldest son, and then you've got the purple, which is me. The red, Dolly Daycare, that is my neighbour's dogs. I look after them a few times a week. There you go, that's the day the bins go out. Plan next week, babysitting. You know, it's just various different things that happen throughout my week. Then this is my template for Monday. What I do each week is I copy this template into my Monday plan for this week. So this is my emotions throughout the day, and then stuff that happens every single Monday without fail. Okay, and I've done that for every day of the week. Okay, this is my gift page. So everybody, again, we're all colour coded. Everybody, if I think of any gifts that I want to get anybody, it goes in here so that I can refer to this later on in the year. my cycle tracker. I am perimenopausal, as you can see. Look, I had a 12-day late one this month, and then it went on for fucking 2 weeks. It was awful. But as I am now perimenopausal, I'm trying to keep track of this. This to me is easier to look at than an app on my phone. My finances, so these are all my outgoing bills. Everything from, you know, our phone bills through to TV channels, the utilities, you know, anything. It all goes in here. Some of it is going in and some of it is going out. The name tells me, you know, whether it's an in or an out. My habit tracker template. Okay, this is just a template. So this gets copied in every month, as does my chore tracker. The days of the month are up here, and I just copy them into whatever relevant place once it is in whatever month. This is my list for Christmas. I just started this, and it's things that like, do I need to remember this for next Christmas? The first one on here is we need a giant turkey. It's got to feed a lot of adults for at least 3 meals, because we like to eat Christmas Day, we like cold meat on Boxing Day, and then the day after that I make a stew with it. And we ran out of meat this year, last year. McCain's hash browns do not substitute, because, you know, they're just nothing better. So that's my Christmas. And then I've got a set of blank pages across the bottom that, again, I can use for whatever I feel is necessary. Then you go into January. Now, obviously, I have been using this planner, so it is filled out. I copy in my finances into the month. I copy everything into the month. This is where I start, is on my month. So it all goes in here, and then as I hit the weeks, it gets copied into that, and then I copy it from the week into the daily as well. I don't really use the weekly planner. I don't really know why I have them, to be honest. More for decorating than anything, I think. So, yeah. But like here, I actually dog sat for a few days. I had the dogs overnight and everything, so yeah. But it all goes in. I do a little bit of stickers, you know, digital stickers and whatever. So how does my month progress? I have my monthly, then I have my habit tracker. As you can see, the colours change. Every single day is colour coded. Every single day, and that changes as I go through the month. And it looks pretty too. I like it. So I have chores or things that I need to remember to do every day. Did we do this? Like brush my teeth every day? Did I do my day face cream? Did I take any meds? Did I do any maintenance on my dreadlocks? Did I post Instagram? Have I had any caffeine? Have I had any booze? Have I eaten chips, French fries? Did I remember doing my teeth? And did I do my night face cream? And then there's Daryl's little set of chores here, which is teeth day and night, tidy the lounge, tidy the room. And then there's my daily chores. So things like clean the loo, make the beds, vacuum around, do the dishwasher, wipe down the worktops, sweep the kitchen floor, empty the kettle, and replace the loo roll, which happens every day as a matter of course. These are my weekly and monthly chores. So in the pale blue, those tend to be weekly, and then the darker purple tend to be monthly. January was a bit shit, and I didn't actually do a hell of a lot of my chores that month. I tend not to. January tends to be quiet. Here is my weekly. So yeah, everything from the monthly goes into here at the beginning of the week. I like to decorate it and just make it look pretty. My appointments and everything else goes in there. I colour code the week as well, to coincide with the day colour coding. So yeah, then after each monthly I have after each weekly, sorry, I have the dailies, and you've seen these in the template. So that colour's a bit bright for camera, so let's find one that's a bit darker that you can see. There you go, should be able to see that. It's quite a plain one. So I colour code up here the day and what week number we are on. I colour code all of the highlighting here, and I colour code my watch tracker as well. That's a bit of a boring day, isn't it? Let's right, let's go back to the first, because that's been all decorated and looks pretty. You just can't see the highlight very well, I don't think. So let's start top left corner, pain. How was my pain levels? I suffer from chronic pain. When it's really, really bad, I like to keep a note of it, just so I know if it goes on too long. I know that might sound really bizarre to some of you, but if you suffer from chronic pain all the time, you will understand how easy it is to adapt to living like that. So anyway, then I record my sleep. How well did I sleep last night? Was it a good night? Was it a bad night? You know, I hope you've got a cup of tea because it's time to drink some. Oh yeah, cup of tea. Yeah, so how well I slept. Not how many hours. I know some people do it by hours. That to me is nothing. I could be in bed for 14 hours and still only sleep for an hour. But how well I feel I slept. I have now got an Aura ring, and I compare that to how well I think I do and to how well my Aura thinks I'm doing. So we go from there. Then I highlight what day of the week it is. Then I rate my day. This is what I call it. It says there, rate my day. And I've got excited, happy, loved, relaxed, anxious, lonely, stressed, angry, bored, motivated, okay, grateful, sad, fed up, tired, or burnt out. I have changed that recently because I know sick is on here as well. As you can possibly tell, I'm full of cold. Then my day is split into three. I've got my morning, which starts at 6 a.m. through to 11:30. Afternoon is 12 until 5:30. Evening is 6 until about 11 p.m. Down the bottom, I have my to-dos and my accomplished today. So if I did something like I think, you know what, I should record that for posterity, or just because, I feel happy that I've done it, I record that over here. This is things that I need to remember to do. As you can see, I've decorated it. I tend to pull a tarot card when I remember, and that goes in. And it was looking a bit bare, so it got decorated. Links. This box is linkable. This is the only thing on the week that is, on the dailies that is linked. And if you tap that, it will take you back to your weekly page. Again, everything on here is linkable. The Monday, the days of the week are all linked through. So you can tap any of them and it will take you through to that particular day. So let's plan for today. What do I include on a typical plan with me? Oh, I've just done that and my bloody Apple Pencil's in there, look. I like to use a case for my Apple Pencil because it just makes it feel a bit thicker and a bit chunkier, and I just like it. Okay, so we are on the 4th, but I haven't finished yesterday, so we'll go through to yesterday and I will activate my pen tool. That is on today's colour, which is this sort of baby poo brown, I suppose, really. Dara went to bed at a decent time. I went to bed at a decent time. He had the school disco last night, which he thoroughly enjoyed. And that's about it, except I need to do my watch track. Now, I don't always colour code this. When I get into the darker colours, and literally all I do is I press that and then just go through the spectrum here. When I get into this top row of colour, I don't always use the colour because you can't see it. I will just go to white if that's the case. Excuse my voice. So I go into my rings and I just take all my info from here. So yesterday I did 916 calories and I did 155 minutes and 20 out of 8 hours on the stand. Steps. This happens. I get this a lot with GoodNotes. It's frustrating as hell. Anybody else get that? It is so freaking annoying. It's like it just reverts back to the page that you were on. Now I did 12,645 steps. I did 4.99 miles and I did 6 floors. I do more than that in a day, but it never seems to register floors. And that's it. Then what I do as I go through the month, I move my chores and habits page so that it stays with the day. So what I do is I move this daily page. So you hit the 4 dots up there, the page you're on is highlighted, and then I just move that 2 pages to the left, basically. So now, instead of going that way, I go that way for my habits. So I hit my, right, I can change the colour for today down to here, save. I finished with that pen, so that can come down one. Now let's go to the highlighter. This is my habit tracker. So yesterday, I didn't have any caffeine, I didn't have any booze, I didn't have any chips. I did my PM teeth and my night face cream. Darryl did his PM teeth. I did clean the loo. I didn't vacuum. I didn't do... Yeah, I've just changed this to windows. I'm trying to get into the habit of cleaning my window frames more regularly because I live on a main road, and I didn't actually do any yesterday. I didn't wipe down or sweep. I did empty the kettle. I empty my kettle at night. I'm convinced that people who leave water in their kettles, in America I think you call it a tea kettle, it's a jug thing, electric, that you boil water in for making tea. I'm sure you've seen it on English TV. I'm convinced that leaving the water in it all night is what causes scale it, needing to descale more often. So I empty my kettle at night. I did replace the loo roll. I did not empty the empty bins. That's the inside trash cans for you, waste paper baskets rather. This is my weekly chores. Did I do anything yesterday? No, I had the children around all day yesterday, so I didn't do any of that. That's going to need doing. Oh, I didn't vacuum the car this week. Okay, so I can now change the highlighter to today's colour. So we start off with the lasso tool, and I lasso the date and the week number, and I change that to we were on the 3rd one. Ooh, I tell you what I've forgotten to do. I've got to go through to April, the monthly page, change that back up to that. This is my Apple Watch challenge. If you have an Apple Watch, you get a challenge every month. That's what that is. Right, so we go back to that and bring that back down to there. Right. So I change colour of that, and I change the colour of my Apple Watch stuff to that. Okay, movie night is not happening tonight apparently. I have been informed, which I'm a bit annoyed about, but there you go. So we'll take that out and put it in. Let's move you over here. I've told him it's going to happen tomorrow instead. Right, so we got up at 6:30. I've dropped Darryl off. I'm not babysitting today. I am filming my Boudreaux video for Galena. There you go. So other than some chores, I have nothing else planned in for my day today. So hit the highlighter. Today is Friday. I slept very well actually. I'm only in a little bit of pain today, which is good. Yeah, see, I've put sick up here now because I'm still feeling sick because I am just not well. And that's it. And what I'll do throughout the day is I'll come in and I'll tick things off as I go. I will fill this out tomorrow. And yeah, that's pretty much it. When I get into the weekend, I will then... oh, here you go. This is an example of using that blank page at the beginning of my planner. What I'm doing here is I like to record... We like to guess when there's a big wrestling premium live event on. I write down all the matches and we guess as to who's going to win the match. And it's sort of like a little bit of a competition between me and my son. So there's one coming this weekend, and then WrestleMania's in a couple of weeks. So this is a plain week. I will... Do you know what? Let's plan this now so you can see how I do it. So what I do is I go through to the monthly, and it's this week here that I need to plan for. Oh, it's Darryl's last day at school today. I thought they broke up this week. They're not, they're breaking up this week. Oh, blimey. Okay, right. So, I'm going to turn pictures off, otherwise I'm going to pick up that April. So we will start off by grabbing, no, just that one for now. So I go like that, I lasso it, then I go to the week and I put that in there. Now I actually have two vehicles at the moment, so I am going to write down which one that is. An MOT for those who are in America is a test that your car has to have on an annual basis to make sure it is roadworthy. Right, then we go back to April, and I will lasso Tuesday and Wednesday. There's nothing in Wednesday, so it's just Tuesday. My daughter has an appointment at Specsavers on that day, so we will put that in there. She has an eye test. Then I go back to April, and I've got, I'll just do Friday and Saturday together. So then we go here. Okay, so now I then copy that through to here. Stick that in there. Oops. So that is a financing that goes up there out of the way. You might now be saying to yourself, well, hang on a minute, I thought your financings were in magenta. That's because I have two versions of this thing, and one is mine and one is my son's, so I colour code that one. Let's have that one. I'm thinking of changing over to Noteful because you don't have to keep going in and out of edit mode to hit the links. Apparently you just do it by holding on. Right, now I want to change that slightly, so let's go. There you go, just edit it a little bit. Edit it a little bit. So it sort of sits more in the lines. There you go. Right, and then we go to... Yeah, because GoodNotes, you've got to go like from edit mode, out of edit mode to hit links. Whereas apparently in Noteful, you just press on it and it takes you to it. Now, obviously, I also need to copy my days over. So I go into edit mode, I go down to day, and there is my Monday. I'm going to have to do a bit of editing because there is no school next week. So, I've noticed GoodNotes has slowed down a lot as well. Here we go, copy. So we go back into April, we go back to that day, and we go paste. And then you just move it into place, like so. Oh, I've turned off my fucking thingies, haven't I? Hang on. I need to turn images back on. Let's try that again. Because I wasn't picking up my little icons. That's annoying. Yes, I know the battery's slow. Come on. Okay, so let's do that again. There we go. Now, obviously, some of that Alexa's just decided to tell me that my ink cartridge is running low. Like I didn't already know that. Those aren't happening because there's no school, so we can actually delete a lot of this. Yeah, let's move that down a bit because I certainly won't be getting up at that time. And we will change that to, let's make it 8 AM instead. There you go. Then we go back into the day. I think all I'm going to do for the day on Tuesday is lasso those. Will that work? Let's have a look. Yeah. It's running very slow. I've just done an update, so I'm wondering if that's what's freaking it out. Yay, that worked. And then I'll take that from there. And put you in there. I'm not getting up at 6:30 if I don't need to. So, Wednesday. I haven't got Dolly. This, Dolly and Binky, this, at least I don't think so. Oops. So my main planning all happens on the calendar page, on the monthly page. If anything comes up that I need to remember to write down, it will go on the monthly page and it will sit there until I am closer to it. It's only when I get up to that week that I incorporate everything else. Now, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen on Thursday. I don't know whether I've got the kids or not. Right, let's lasso the whole thing and I'll take out. I definitely need to restart my planner. Restart my iPad rather. This is running really slow. It's normally a lot faster than this. Okay, so let's paste this in and get it all in place. And then take out that and that. Move that out of the way and take out that. Take out that one. Take out that one. There is no school or... Yeah, so that should be it. Okay, then we are on Friday next, I believe. So again, we'll lasso the top bit, we'll lasso that bit. Normally I'd just take the whole day. Obviously it changes during the holidays. Oh, come on. The battery's going to die before I get this done. What day was I on Friday? Yeah, normally I just lasso the whole day and that is enough, but during the holidays, of course, it changes a little bit. So, you know. Right, that can go, and that can go. The sun's got way forward, and then Saturday will just be a full day. Crikey, we are in slow mode. The last update's really fucking pissed off my iPad. But yeah, so I mean, people sort of like, well, how come you switched to digital planning? So I don't have to draw this shit every single week. It just got to the point where it got tedious, because I like the same. I like my dailies being like this. I like my weeklies being the way that they are. I like my monthlies being the way that they are. It works better for me. I'm not one of those that I want to do a different kind of weekly every week. That just to me is stressful. Whereas this way, everything is in its place. All I have to do is add it all in. So yeah, the days of the week will take me to the day there. And that's my entire planner. It's just monthly. Yeah, see, WrestleMania. There will be another page going in behind this for WrestleMania Night 2 as we get closer to it. Oh, it's already there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This works for me. I like it like this. I tend to leave it open to the day that we are on, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. That is my planner in a nutshell. I hope you found this helpful, interesting, informative. If you have any questions, please do feel free to ask down in the comments. Every comment gets a like, a love, or a written response. It's been a while since I've done this, so I hope this is okay. I hope my voice isn't too croaky. I'm really, really sorry. I've been fighting horrible spring colds throughout the entirety of March, and it obviously looks like it's going on through to April as well. Yeah, no, I think that's it. If there's anything else you want to have a good look at, let me know. I can always post close-up photos to Instagram. I can do screenshots for you so you can see it better. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy, guys. Bye.